Welcome back to Culture Shock, a series that explores what it means to be an immigrant and an American. I'm Gayatri Sundarajan. In our last piece, we discussed Michael's influence on the new relationship between the Library of Alexandria and EDX. Now let's understand Michael's reflections on becoming a happy American and a proud Egyptian. In December of 2015, Michael returned to Egypt and looked at both the Library of Alexandria and Egypt through new eyes.
I was able to experience this environment I did not see before. I was interested in the physical building, the inside and the outside of the library. This time I was able to talk to people. I was able to question people.
And in addition to actually visiting the library, you visited other sites as well. Can you tell us how what you saw in December was different from what you remember from when you were younger or when you went in 2004?
Speaking to Dr. Elbaz and then from my own studies and my own learning, the only hope we have in the future is through technology. The continuous learning is going to be through technology. So I always remember my environment when I was young and without access to any information. Now, the young Michael Armanius will have access to information. He can ask questions and he can find answers.
While the sights and sounds of Egypt resonated with Michael, one conversation with his limousine driver really stuck out to him.
He said, "Can you give me advice? I wanted to help my children to have a better life." And it was really difficult time for me to come up with an answer. The only thing that I remember is my experience with the people behind the reference desk. Learn how to do a research. You have to engage in a continuous learning process. You have to accept that there is no such a thing as an absolute truth. Things will change all the time, and you need to learn how to adapt to change.
As Michael relayed his own advice to this limousine driver, Michael realized that his view of learning as a continuous cycle was the source of his success and happiness.
I'm getting old, but at the same time, my mind is getting younger with respect to my knowledge is always expanding, my skills is always expanding. I'm always learning something new. And the more I learn, the happier I'm getting. Before, I feel like the street always, it's a dead-end street. This time it feels like you can learn anything. You can learn any new skill. You look outside, you look at the sky, there is no ceiling to what you can learn every day.
From the very start, Michael's curiosity drove him to take risks and learn. After coming to the United States, he understood the value of a continuous learning cycle and wanted to bring that understanding to the people of Egypt. By helping engineer a deal between the Library of Alexandria and EDX, he hoped that the children of Egypt will have a clearer view into themselves and the world around them. As we conclude the series, it is important to mention that Michael's Egyptian heritage had as strong an influence on his mission as his American understanding of education. Because to be an American is not about skin color or speech, but it's about how we view ourselves and aim to help those around us. I'm Gayatri Sundarajan, and thank you so much for watching Culture Shock.